probably why. I could probably use the search function and bring up a map. Skype won't work with 3G, that's what it tells me. And so if you're in through your Wi-Fi, yes, you can use Skype through your, if you're hooked up through a Wi-Fi. Like again, the microphone's there, speaker is right down here, and of course headphones set out. Headphones out are up there. Compass, it'll do a compass, lay down flat, it'll always show you north, and then another couple of GPS, bicycling, just kind of mapping type stuff. Traffic again, traffic cameras. Hadn't found any useful ones within the area that this iPad is going to be used. Point inside. I think I'm forgetting what that mapping. Okay, so it's more mapping things. These are shopping. So it's going to try to give you the interior walking map of a mall. And so if your town has a mall on their list and has something in with it, looks like there's that's the current location. But obviously I keep forgetting that this actually works, and it should show up there. So these are some malls, a bunch out in Kansas City, and a bunch out in St. Louis, all that good stuff. A bunch around the Great Lakes. That you live around there and you want to plan out your mall trip, you can get that through this application. So let's go to another screen. Those were just some sort of miscellaneous apps. You notice these were books and some sort of games and things like that. This one was word find and cards and the piano. This was your multimedia type things, your movies and that. You set it up any way you want by moving around like I had showed you a little bit ago. Finally, here's some really cool things. When you open along this bottom, you notice this home row has always stayed in place. See, it's always there while the other stuff moves. You can move things on and off this row. For the ones you most want to use, probably leave them down here. When you get into the Safari, which is the web browser, and this just happened to have had a Facebook up earlier, but all you have to do, I'll wait till it comes up a bit, all you have to do is hit the plus and add to home screen, and it'll add it to the home screen. Say blah 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 blah, add. So what it did is it added here that with the blah 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 blah. Whoops. Let's hold it down steady. Move it over. Just because I like to collect these on the far screen. These are all web pages, and they're just little shortcuts to it. Again, stop them from wiggling. And so if you have the Pro Bowlers Association bowling TV schedule on a web page, go ahead and make a little icon here because you're going to refer back to it. Maybe the NASCAR schedule, put it on there. Maybe your favorite Yahoo browser or other browsers if you're not using the mail icon here, but you probably use these down here. So anyway, you can put a whole bunch of web pages at one finger touch and bring them up. Obviously this is one I just made and I don't care about anymore, so I went ahead and I got it to wiggle. I got everything wiggling. Close it. Here's your mail. Your mail came up with has a very good mail scrolling to get your mail in your inbox. You can also go to your mailboxes, inbox, draft, sent, trash, and bulk mail. And so basically have fun with your email right here. You can set it up at the beginning. Facebook. This is an iPhone application right here, but so that's why it's at 2x. It looks different. It's actually a really good one. It was the only free one I found at the time, so that's just the way it goes. On Jeep, I want the free stuff first and see if it'll work. Photos. Photos, these are albums, obviously. You go ahead and hit some old photos from 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago that were loaded on here. This is for an elderly person to go down memory lane, basically. Go ahead and click on some family vacation. Just go ahead and slide along. Turn it the other way. In other words, flat and then horizontal. This way. Then that will fill up the whole screen for you. Another good thing about this, you can go along this little scroll bar down here. Just slide your finger along that. So, works out fantastically. Your music again, they call it iPod. Remember we had that other application, but this one works obviously just as well. So leisure. Here's some Christmas music. You have pause, fast forward, back, volume. You also have volume along here, a manual button. Notice that's one thing. So on anything you have a button. It is really loud. It has a good output if you want. Of course it can go low, but it has a really good push for output out of this speaker, of course your headphones. So it's not like, you know, you're not going to get some real good body feeling of the music as you're also audibly hearing it. You'll feel it a little bit too. So let's pause that. And that we already showed you the browser, how that can, you have bookmarks. This was interesting in the browser. You go ahead and minimize it. That's the one we just minimized. But here's that few other pages that we saved. And so you can then add a new, start with a new page, Google something new. Google shows up really well. If it looks small, don't worry. You have your fingers, remember? I always forget, so I have that option. It's like, now what do I do? I can't read it. Well, yes, you can. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this. It was a lot of hours, brand new to me to set up an Apple product. So I have HTC Hero telephone, so that gave me some familiarity. The last item really to show you is to the left. When you go all the way to the left, you have a Google search. Maybe you put in there M-A-I. Oops, I typed. Oh, no. M-A-I-I. So let me hit that, go back, hit an L, yes, search. And those are some of the mail type applications, M-A-I-L. So you can find things on your iPad even without having to flip through all those if you want to go into the search. So have fun and get this for the elderly. You saw I did all this with this finger, maybe 2 fingers, all of that. Didn't have to do anything really, really complicated, and the elderly will love it. The one-point touch, and I volunteer at nursing homes, and that's why I keep saying the elderly deserve this in their hands. If they're bedridden, especially, and let them be in touch with the world and the world of information, the world of entertainment, and actually with that piano even the world of the heart and world of music and the Bible. Bye.